Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Patrick's Parabox, where today we attempt infinite entry. Wait, right? This is entry day? Hold on. Exits up here, entry, yes, okay, the thing I just said. Where today we do the thing I just said, because it was definitely right. Oh, I see. Okay. So wait, what is the, how does one win? It doesn't look like there's anything that needs to be done here. I mean, we can do this. Epsilon. Wait, so there's a space somewhere that I don't understand this at all. Because, like, that thing is not visible. Yeah. Okay, so there's a space that there's no way to access. Okay, conceptually I don't understand this one. We just have to trust that the... Yeah, I don't get that. Why does that work that way? Cool, fun, useful. It has to go the other way, right? So how do we get this space into that space? I mean, that's not possible, right? Because of everything. Because it's down against the bottom left corner. This is potentially a real issue. So the problem is, yeah, I can never actually go into that thing to push the... Well, this is very unclear to me. Because we have to create the infinite recursion thing, right? But in order to create the infinite recursion thing, we have to put the green space inside of itself, which means that the real space that is all the way stuck in the corner, irreparably, is the one that has to be pushed into the pointer space. But isn't that impossible? This is one of those ones where me not understanding what's going on is going to be like a real issue. Can we just take it? Hold on. Can we just take it back a second? Why is it that this even works? It's like when we press down here, I can't conceptualize what should be happening. Also, I'm not familiar with epsilon as mathematical notation. I guess I didn't get that far. I don't know. I've taken an awful lot of math classes. Okay. It's fine. So, once again, we have this blue block situation. So, okay, I was kind of hoping that stepping into a puzzle a little bit further forward was going to yield some kind of, like, insight, but I don't think so. I don't think this is telling us anything about that one puzzle that we can't, the second puzzle there, that I have no idea what to do with. We push this in here. So entering the pointer space inside the pointer space... Huh. Okay. No, that's interesting. That's actually really interesting. Okay. So it's not about entering the space inside of itself. It's about making a movement that causes that that movement to loop recursively forever. The reason that we weren't breaking things before when putting the pointer space into the center of the real space and then pressing downward is that there was room for the movement to finish. Right? When we press down again, the us at that scale shrinks down one and enters the pointer space, but then there's room for the real us in the space above that to come down into here. In order to enter the epsilon space, we have to make a movement that cannot finish, a movement that loops infinitely within itself. That is more comprehensible. But so, oops, that's not what I wanted. I want to go like this then, though, right? Because we push this in here, but then we have to enter from the other side. So we have to push this thing into that space and not get it stuck. But there's no way to know what the state of the epsilon space is until you enter it yourself, which sucks a lot. This is going to be some amount of trial and error, no matter how you do this. So we can create an epsilonable position this way. All right, I get it, kind of. And it should work just the same in reverse, right? Because it's not even really about the space itself, it's about the movement. Yeah. Okay, which is what that is there to teach you, in case you somehow didn't get it yet. But I have a hard time imagining how you would have gotten past puzzle 2 without getting it. Or puzzle 3, rather. No, puzzle 2. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. Okay, that space is a 5x5, huh? How are we going to produce... Oh, well, these are walls, though. Yeah, it doesn't matter that it's a 5x5. Okay, so... Oops. I have to, like, walk this in here. The deal is we want to have a wall one space away from the center of an enterable side, right? And then this creates the epsilon movement? Yeah. Okay. I get it, I think. So in the epsilon, there is this thing. Oh, right, but you can't go back out like that. So the reason that there are 2 pointers is because you need to be able to do that in a way that doesn't involve... No, it's going to break no matter what, right? Because when I try to push up... Pushing up out of... That does not make a lot of sense to me. Because pushing up out of the epsilon space puts you in infinity space, even if the real space that we are inside of should be... It's just sitting in that spot in the puzzle, right? It has a clear exit, but moving into this space is an infinitely recursive movement, so moving out is the same. And more importantly, we will never exist on the timescale that we started existing on in the first place, because we've entered horrible infinite recursion space. But that means that this has to be exitable. Somehow you can de-recurse, or, decurse, if you will. Because we actually need that blue block is the thing that we need to put right here, right? Like, we can't ever... Yeah, this will never work. So... how do we leave the infinite space? We have to go in there to get the blue block. But it doesn't make sense to me that we would... this might be one where it will be helpful to continue doing normal puzzles here. Okay, this time they just... Okay. Wow. Alright, so sometimes the epsilon space... The epsilon space is not necessarily a space that is floating in infinity. It's just a space that is marked epsilon. It can be anywhere and do anything. So we push this up to here to get out so that we can do this to get it down there. Just in case you really didn't understand what was going on, they want to make sure you enter and then leave it in every possible way. And then this is kind of the same thing a little bit. I guess I see where there's like there's a cleverness to this in that you have to move the interior thing in order to be able to finish the puzzle this time. Because you have to be able to enter this space more versatilely. So we could leave the epsilon space if we could create a version of this. Oh, I have a thought. So if we push this down here so that we have created a way to enter infinite entry space, and then we push the pointer down into it. Yeah, now we're down here with the pointer. So we can push the pointer up to here. And you can't re-enter the infinite thing once you have... Can you enter other stuff in this space? No. Okay, so we have to do it. We have to do it all inside epsilon space. That makes sense. So we get everything inside epsilon space, and that's why this peg is here. But... Oh, no, I get it. So I put this here, and then I re-enter epsilon space from the top. Okay. Yep, and that puts us in the real space in a way where we can leave it without performing an infinite recursion. What a... Conceptually, I get this even less than I got the last one. I don't know. I'm able to follow instructions, I guess. Okay. So... Is this what it looks like? Just a 1x3? Yep, okay. So it's easy enough to create entry to the epsilon space. So I guess the move here is... I'm not 100% clear on why we have 3 blue boxes. But it seems to me that the move is like this, right? Oh, never mind. I get it. Because I was gonna, Actually, I need to do this differently. Because what we need to do is use one of these blocks as a spacer to keep the thing away from the wall, because after we have jammed stuff into it, we have to be able to move it. That's why there are 3 blocks. Because this move only takes 2 blocks, right? But then we have to be able to move this upward because it has to be made to consume that thing, which puts it into the epsilon space, which we can then climb into. Easy. All right, I have to admit to some immediate curiosity. I mean, the nested puzzles within the nested puzzles within the nested puzzles, right? Like, it's all one big puzzle. So right here, we're about to be able to solve it. We're about to be able to do the one, put the one block in the place that it goes. That's certainly interesting. How many? 277. We've done 277 puzzles. Okay. I can't exactly tell what needs to be done down there, but here's how we're going to enter. Oh, I see. This is like that other one. I want to go to here and then walk around, push this out. We have to be very careful about this. I had to make sure that I can actually enter this thing from all sides. How do we make sure of that? Because we have to be able to do it from the top and the bottom and the left and the right. Because once we create this situation, we are necessarily causing a problem. If we go top... Oops. Oh, I did this. Sorry, you can't do that way. It has to be the pointer space going into the real space, not the other way around. Otherwise, you're creating the other kind of recursion problem. But now we can just push stuff out of here. And then it's easy enough to get the... We can push the... We can do this, right? No, we can't. It's really important that we don't do that. Oh, actually... Here, I'm sorry, I'm being silly. We can push this out here. We don't have to lose access to it just yet. But I'm trying to figure out how we do this 4 times, because that's the tricky part, right? We can push this... If we start with the bottom like we did before, it's easy enough to get this space underneath it using this thing. But actually, that doesn't even really help. We can push this to here and then climb out of it downward to push it up the wall. Yeah. I think this is a pretty easy... Oh, I guess... Sorry, I was looking at this and figuring we got to do it 4 times because there's 4 blue blocks, right? But actually, there's only 3 spaces that have to be filled. We do not, in fact, have to worry about doing this 4 times. We only have to accomplish it 3 times, which means... Oops, not that. Which means we can do this... That's not what I meant to do, but that's fine. We need to either enter from the bottom or from the left, but critically, we have to do it in a way that allows us to leave again afterward. It is not acceptable to get ourselves caught in an infinite loop. Right, so this is bad. Wow, this is bad for a couple of reasons. Mostly that this doesn't actually work at all. But that would be bad because we wouldn't be able to leave again afterward, right? We have to get back out here to this. So what we can do... Oh, no, we're good, right? Because we can do this, push that up. Yeah, I don't know. I'm panicking over nothing here. We're 100% fine. That seems like it's another one of those puzzles that seems like it's going to be way more difficult than it actually is. Okay. What's going on in here? There's 1 space. So first of all, we have to do this. We have to push this so it's in the center of this side. Then we have to enter the epsilon space from the left, which we can do by putting this right here. Then we have to enter it from the top, which we can do like this. There we go. That was functionally extremely similar to a puzzle that we had already done. And now all we have to do is figure out a way to get into infinite recursion, which doesn't seem like it should be that hard. 1, 2, 3, right? Like, push these out here so that they're in manipulable positions. You can join them. Yeah, simple. Simple. On account of everything in this game is so simple. Okay. Oh, interesting. So this the epsilon space here has a divider. That is epsilon, right? Resisting the urge to go look it up. Am I making a fool of myself? No, that's... I've said it so many times now that I no longer trust myself. Yes, okay, it is... It is. Okay. Anyway. So we just gotta enter from the left is all. Which means these two spaces have to be... I mean, this doesn't seem all that hard. Are these are 2x1s, right? Yeah. Okay. So like you put this here, right? And then you go... Oops, that's definitely not right. You just have to tuck some stuff in here. I think this should do it, if I'm not mistaken. No, right. Wait. Oh! Because when we... I was like, I thought that was going to work. But right, when I press right now, it's going to push this block onto that block. That's actually a huge problem. I knew it seemed too easy. Well... So we can kind of construct a tighter space here, though. Right? Like, can I create a version of this? I'm just thinking, like, if we push stuff out the left side of here, we don't actually have to fill that much space. It's the same number of spaces as this, I guess. It doesn't really... But, like, the trick is... It doesn't have to be the case that this pushing against this produces a solid no-push reaction. It just has to be the case that the whole sequence is single move infinite. Single move recursive. Is that going to be doable? No, right? Right? So we can create a pretty tight space this way. And if we then... do this. No, because this creates like a hard block, right? Like I actually can't enter. That's not what I wanted. I actually can't enter the loop here. Yeah. How do I construct a shape that's not going to allow anything to slide when I press against it? Okay, if we... You know, maybe that's not that far off, though. Because if I... Okay, what about this? What if we... It can't be like, we can't load this block into here and then do the whole thing. Because it will just cause when we push against this block in the mouth of this space, this block will just consume that block. And it'll be the same problem we had the first time. There are a lot of ways to construct this. There are a lot of ways to construct this kind of space where the issue is that we have two spaces that need to be... We have like a two-space area that needs to be pressed against, but we lose control of... I don't know. This one's actually... Maybe this is simpler than I'm making it, which has been the case with a lot of the things I've gotten stuck on quickly here. But definitely feels like a problem. I'm going to be honest with you. I've had a pretty mentally exhausting day. Ordinarily, I try to record Parabox earlier in the day. We're gonna bounce out of this and come back to it. Hopefully my brain will freshen up a little bit with some time away. Okay, so the epsilon space contains a pointer to the rest of the puzzle, which is interesting. I guess like a thing that's worth noting is that it's not very difficult to get this off of the top of the wall. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's one more. This is the center. Okay. Presumably, that's a thing that's valuable. Because that lets me do this. Then we can get this off this wall in the same way. Yeah, because we need this. We do need this pointer. Oops. Darn it. That's what I mean to do. Oh, right. Sorry, I need to do that. And then I need to move this thing. Because I can't get out of the epsilon space anymore. No, never mind. Don't move this thing. Well, no, because I won't be able to come in through the top of the space either. So we want to move this now. That allows me to move this over to... No, it doesn't. It doesn't allow me to move this over. Right, the only way to get out to the left of that space without causing the problem is to make it so that we can re-enter from the top of the epsilon space again. So that we can push this over to here and then still use it as a pointer back to, I was going to say reality. What I mean is quote unquote reality. Okay, now we have to do the same thing to allow us to enter from the bottom. And there we go. Now we have all of our pointers and as such, enough blocks to do the thing. Yeah, simple. And my favorite part about that was how easy it was to follow. Oh, interesting. The infinite recursive space is just open. So what we have to do is get that infinite recursive space to here and then leave from the bottom of it, right? How is this gonna work? Because I need to get this is gonna work by, this is the center, right? Yeah, okay. So we put this here, leave this wall here. Wait. This thing has to get into its appropriate position first, actually. There we go. It's a little clumsy. Okay. Then we leave the wall there, which allows me to enter epsilon space this way, which lets me get up there. And then this would make the epsilon space disappear into itself. Yeah, which creates the oops, I didn't mean to do that. Which creates the infinite recursion problem. So actually, now I need to be able to enter. Yeah, I didn't think this through all the way. Oh, well, I can do this and then... No, never mind. There's no way to come out the top of the pointer. Huh. Because, like, a lot of that had to be right? The only way we can ever move this space is to enter it and then come out its top. And the only way to enter it is by entering... is by having this thing here, because the only side of any version of this space that we can ever enter is the top side. So what am I missing? What needed to happen differently? Because we are going to have to leave through the top of that space so that we can press it downward. But then there's no way for us to get it where it needs to go. We have to push it downward, and then we have to get out here and remove this thing. But we can't remove this thing early. Like, this has to happen, and then what? Oh, I suppose removing the wall is actually a pretty good answer to and then what? Yeah, that seems like a good move, because now if we do this, it'll just push them. Yup, that was an accident, but it's good that it happened. Okay, so we put this here, and then we have to do the same thing that we did before, which is position this, then position this, and then enter that. Okay, there it is. Right, that wall, we knew that wasn't a permanent wall. I'm the one who put it there. Okay. So there is an infinity space. Hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. Okay. So we can push this out here. And then we can push this down here. But that makes that... It's not a big deal. It's fine. How am I gonna... So there's a blue block in there. There we go. And we do this, and because there's an infinite space here, we can just push this back out. Yeah. Okay, everything's fine and normal and good here. Watch this move. Wow. Wow. Oh, I bet these are going to be just a horror show. Okay, so this one, all I have to do is recurse myself real bad and then get out of there. But also, I'm the only enterable space. Wait, what am I trying to... Okay, I'm trying to create a situation where I can... Okay. I need one of these spaces to get pushed into itself in the right way. So the deal is, it's like... Right, and then... If I do that... When I press up now, I should epsilon myself, right? No, because of the... Shit. No, because of the shit. Yeah, and all I can do now is this thing, which is like super good and helpful. Okay. Hold on, let me just like eat a bunch of boxes. And that way we have more stuff to play with in here at least. So if I do that, this is gonna be so weird. I need to move into myself, but there's no way to do that now. Yeah. How do I... How on earth do I... What we need to do is we need to get one of these spaces inside of the other one. I think. Because then I need to be able to move in such a way that I enter the outer space and the inner space at the same time. And that produces the movement that puts me into the epsilon space, right? But how do I ever move in such a way as that can happen? I guess I can create like a pretty annoying setup here, but I'm still going to be the one who moves. No, this is totally going to work. Yeah, that's totally fine. I had the shape of it in my head for just a moment, and then I lost it. But by the time I lost it, I had already built enough of it that I could just finish the thing I was doing. Conceptually, I'm still having some problems here, as you can tell. So we need to... Okay, if I push this in here, and then put that in there, we can leave through the bottom of this, push that to there, but that doesn't let me enter this space because you can't enter that space that way, but I can enter through the pointer and end up in the epsilon space. Yeah. That one was not... That didn't really even feel like a challenge puzzle. That felt like it should have just been the last normal. Okay, what is the deal here? Ah, that's a pointer. Okay. So if we climb out the left side of this, we can get you down into the puzzle proper. And then by pushing you to here, oops, pushing you to here and walking down there, we can get this pointer out. And now we have some blocks to play with. And then by putting this here, stepping out, we can go grab that. Okay. We have a lot of this freed. And now we need to do an epsilon, but in a way where the blocks are retrievable afterward, because we do need all of them. But that should be very doable, right? Like I can just do this thing. Oh, except it has to be, sorry, it has to be, I have to do a, I have to perform an infinite bottom entry. That's the critical thing here. We must perform infinite bottom entry. And every bottom in the audience just sat up and their ears perked up. And to each of them, I would like to say, yes, good girl. Okay. That one was fun. That was just like, hey, do you remember all these concepts? There was a lot of space in that yellow block that we did not use. And I was figuring I must be thinking about the puzzle wrong, because the extra little bits in the yellow space didn't seem like they were going to be important, and then they weren't. Okay, let's maybe give this one another prod or two, and then we can call it there for the day, and I guess be a single episode potentially from completion, maybe. Oh, though. What if we use this space to construct... Well, no, it would have to be the real space in the middle, though, right? We need to set up something very weird here. Okay, so when I press right here, the pointer space is going to zoom in, consume the blue block, and make the blue block be at the right side of the pointer space, while the pointer space zooms down into the real space and ends up on its edge. And now when I press right, this is going to be an epsilon move, right? Because the pointer space can no longer consume this block because there's a block in the way. Yeah, okay. I don't know if you had to set that up in that way. Like, I could have just pushed those blocks into the positions that they go in the top space. Whatever, it's fine, it worked. There's a lot of equally valid ways of doing that. And so, here we have multi-infinite, potentially the actual end of the game? How is it that I had an easier time with, like, the penultimate area and the anti-penultimate area? So much of an easier time with those than, like, the stuff before. I don't know. I'm not going to spend too much time pondering it here. I think that is where we're going to call it for today, and thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time tomorrow, maybe we've done it? Unless this turns out to be incredibly difficult, which, honestly, it totally could be. And we'll see you then.